Turn this muter. All righty. What is up, everybody? And welcome to another edition of the Thirsty Thursday Lotto with the Wolfpack. I am your host this evening. No risk, no premium. We have Jazzy J Banks in the building as well. What's going on, Justin?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Nobody is a financial advisor on this call. No information should be taken as such. This is purely for entertainment. All right. Cool. Chat's going up. I Googled hawkish after you said that. Yes. Hawkish and dovish. Hawkish and dovish. Those are two terms you'll see used. Hawkish meaning bloody. No, hawkish means downside. Dovish means a bull side. Okay. Very simple. Very, very simple. All right, guys. But what is going on? I mean, Jesus, we've had 2 range days, which have killed us. We made the right calls, got a little early, got a little emotional, got out of some things. Okay. But now, tomorrow is the day we have all been waiting for, right? Let me see if I can pull up the economic data just for you guys real quick so you can see. Tell me if you guys see this screen in here. You guys see the economics of Market Watch?
Yes.
All right. See this? See these 3 numbers right here? Oh, you mother cock. Okay.
Guys, All-Star is probably one of the best traders in the group.
Okay, so you guys see consumer price index, core inflation, and CPI year over year. Okay. Year over year. And you see here, we have what was the last quarter or previous report, right? Holy shit. Yeah, previous report. We got 6.2 on the inflation. They're expecting 6.7. No shit, they were going to come out and be like, oh, like, okay, I'll just ask you guys this. If you know something's going to be bad, would you get in front of it to lessen the blow by saying something like, oh, the new numbers aren't going to, completely reflect, the current numbers that'll come out tomorrow. It's not as bad as it seems. Would you not come out and say that? That's exactly what he did, right? And it just took the market all that time to react, right? I think it was just the market makers just fucking around and just because listen, when you have 2 consolidation days like that, there's going to be a move. There's going to be a pretty decent move, whether it's up or down. We don't know yet, right? So that market maker was probably just raiding stop losses, trading in a range, letting people free up some shares for some people, get some people out of contracts, yada, yada, right? So they're expecting 6.7 here. Okay. Now the CPI is interesting. They are expecting a decrease in price, which in reality, if the inflation, right, does not decrease, then the quarterly consumer price index shouldn't decrease either. Okay. It would just make sense, right? So we'll see. But let's figure out what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. We don't know. Got no idea. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. All right. But I could tell you this. This is what I was looking at today. Okay. We got SPY here. We had a very nice little sell-off. If you look as far as like what we were trading all day and what I was seeing, I mean, I'll just start on the 10-minute here. Look at this, man. I mean, just look at this consolidation. You guys talk about when I talk about a squeeze, firing, when it fires. Look what happened when it fired. It was consolidating all day long, all of these red dots, all day. And then it clicked green. Look what happened when it clicked green. Okay. We went from 468, 466. Okay. So you guys see. But not only that, the 15-minute, the same thing. Right? Look at this. All this consolidation. Now you guys want to recap of why I took those calls? Because look here. We're in the middle of the trading day, right? And we had all these calls and we had this momentum, this green or this blue momentum, right? This turquoise, blue, teal, whatever momentum coming up. We took calls here actually when it came back, and I was like, wow, we're forming to actually break out to the upside. This is interesting. It ended up never clicking green. That's why I got out of them. Okay. If they would have clicked green, they probably would have taken off. We would have taken profits. Okay. But they didn't. So I got out. Okay. It was also at the top of the range. Couldn't get through. Now you see we have, look at all these squeezes happening. So we had the 5 minute a few times, the 10 minute happened. Look at all those. We had the 15, all of that. Okay, then the 30 is like, fuck it, I'm coming in. 30 is still there. The hour had it. The hour had it this morning. So when we started this morning, from yesterday, it had it, but it did not make its move because it stayed consolidated. Okay. Then the 4 hour is pointing down. I mean, just look at that 4 hour candle. Okay. Obviously, we know where these levels we're about to draw are going to be now. Okay. So I just want to show you guys that, how you can, like, if you got multiple time frame squeezes, okay, that helps. Now, it doesn't tell you exactly to the upside or the downside. You need to make that assessment for yourself. But notice the market overall today pretty much sold off on all the stocks or traded sideways. Okay, so if you got caught over trading, you got your ass handed to you. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the daily. Let's look. Okay, it's two things are going to happen tomorrow. High inflation, high CPI, we go down. Lower or better than expected numbers, we go up. Right now, it seems like this. There is actually a gap in here. I hate that SPY doesn't actually show this gap, because if you actually look at SPX, there's the gap. SPX doesn't trade after hours at all, so it shows it, right? So you see from Friday's high. So we know this on SPY, right? We know this. This is a level, whatever this high is, which I believe is 460.79. Sweet. So, okay, got it. Boom. So oh shit. Hold on. I don't think I have my open. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Boom. That's a level. Okay. That would close the gap fill down. That would close the gap fill down. All right. Now, we also have this huge level, which I'd say is the body candle of this high here, which was actually the open price, which was 470.89. So I like that. Okay, to the upside, if that breaks, then obviously, what we got all-time high, 473.54. Interesting. Okay. Now, where can we expect there possibly to be a retracement to if we see downside selling? Right? That's what you got to think. Well, we've been respecting these MAs pretty well, right? Support, resistance, support. You know, obviously, then it was resistance, then it was support, right? So do we come back down? I would keep my eye here. This 464.16. That's where the 20-day is. Interesting. Okay, interesting. I keep my eye there. What I did today, because I thought I was really fucking smart, was go like this. Well, let's see what these have done. Okay, you know what? That's kind of hard to see, huh? Let's go like this. About here. 470. All right. Okay, cool. So now look at this. We've got some pretty good levels in here. Oh, you can't even see them. Well, isn't that? I'm going to take this volume profile study off. Okay, there we go. Now it's okay, way easier to see. Okay, so now we see. Here's all of our levels, right? We've got the 38% fib level, 50, 61. You guys know we talked about that the 50 to 61 is a huge buy area, but we know, look, we see that 460.79 is the gap fill down. Okay. And now we know that's interesting. And look where this 38.9 or 38.2% fib level is. Okay. Right there, 461.50. If this breaks 464, if the 20 doesn't hold, you would think we're going to see some downside, probably to 461.95. Okay. 461.95. Now, if you guys remember, I used to actually have a level at 461.90 because that was, hold on one sec. That was this. Oh, did that? Oh yeah, it's in there. You can't see it behind it, but we've had this. I've had this on all my charts. I just got rid of it. That level was a huge level. Okay. And then what do we have here? Look at this, you know, this 464 area where it's like both these highs and it's also this open here. Okay, on this green candle, which happens to be right where the 20-day is too. I'd say that's a pretty decent sized level right there. I put something in there. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Okay, which is about 464. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay, I would say high CPI numbers. High CPI numbers. We are definitely going lower. Low CPI numbers, we are probably going to go higher. So we're either going to take out 40.89 to the upside, then it's all-time high from there. Okay. Or we could also see some downside, which I would say that gap fill down at 460.79 is pretty interesting. And then I'd also say we know that 465 is a pretty decent level as well. I think that shows on the 4 hour. It was, I saw it. Oh yeah, we had this 466. Hold on one sec, guys. Yeah, I like this level right here. Yeah, about 465 I like. 465 as well. There could be some funky stuff in there. But if we get big selling, it's going to go down. Yeah, 464.95. Is that interesting, Sherlyn? She just said 464.95. I wasn't even looking. And look what I just put on my chart. 464.95, right? Interesting stuff. If Sherlyn said it, then I must be doing something right? Sherlyn's probably the best trader in our group and in FinTwit. Easy money.
In the history of trading.
In the history of trading.
Ever.
She trades while lifting weights.
No bullshit. Where?
I swear. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to do, like, hey, if we get some price discovery, like, and this thing really rockets, and like we have a 10-point day because SPY's done that. You know what I'm saying? SPY's done that. Like, why not check what the hell is going to happen? So below 460.95 is put zone. I would say so. Well, you'll know. Dylan, you'll know immediately because those numbers come out at 5:30 a.m. You'll know immediately what the day is going to be like. All right. Just because you'll see the price action an hour before the market opens. Okay. So one thing you could also do that I was screwing with today was where could we go as far as going higher, right? Like, where could we go if we actually went higher? So I'm like, I'm going to get rid of this fib just so it doesn't get too convoluted for you guys. But I'm like, you know, if we were going to go higher, I'd go like this, and this. Okay. I see 474, 481. I mean, those are way up there. You guys see that? Those are possible areas. Possible. I'm not saying that it can get there. It's going to get there. I'm saying that's possible. After a swing up, right? Which I think you could actually, even get rid of this. I think I could do. Shit. Yeah. Okay. So 477. I'd say 477 is definitely a possibility. Okay. And look where it has gone to as far as holding this, like pretty much this 38 level. Now I don't know why. You know what? It's because I know exactly why. Okay, cool. Okay, so 471.92 over that goes to all-time high, and then we got 477 possible. Possible. Not saying it gets there. Okay, not saying it gets there, but I got 477, 485. Very, very, very possible. Alrighty, but I'm gonna delete this because I don't like it. I think I'd rather see what the retracement looks like, right? Retracement, because let's be honest, I think we're all thinking this is probably gonna come in pretty hot in the morning, right? Pretty hot in the morning. So I'm gonna be ready for it. All right. I'm gonna be ready for it. Look at the 50% retracement though, is under 460. That'll make some people get a little squirmy. But here's the thing. We could see a dip and then a rip. I mean, anything could happen, guys. Just be ready for it. Anything could happen. I wish I could tell you exactly what's gonna happen, but I'm just trying to get some big levels for you guys. Okay. So that's what we got with SPY, and that's what we got to expect. The whole market will depend on, right? The whole market will depend on those numbers. That's it. But if we look at some information here that we got, put call ratio is 0.1 or 1.44, which is actually bearish. I mean, on a down day, you would expect 2.1 mil to 1.4 mil in total volume call or puts versus calls, right? Interesting. We go to time and sales. Let's take a look. Okay. Somebody bought this spread, it looks like, right? Right at the same time. So this is a spread. So they bought the calls. They bought the calls for June. And I'm pretty sure they probably sold these puts. So they collected the premium up front and bought the calls naked. Well, no, I guess they would be covered calls. They bought them. Because I'm assuming they're not going to be a naked put selling. So that's definitely a plausible. So what this bet is saying is they need the market to go up. Okay, that's what they're saying. They need the market to go up. All right. So we'll see. I mean, no idea what's going to happen. No idea, but that's very interesting. I mean, we can just even look at the options chain. Come back here to the 10th. Yeah, I mean, 470, so about 4 points out is still 165,000. That's normal. 4 points down. You know, it could go either way. Like we've been saying, it could go either way. I would start by this. I would probably put where that gap fill down is. I'd probably add the 465s, the puts to you know what, we're gonna make a new watch list. We're gonna do Friday Lottos. Okay, cool. We're gonna add this in there. So we're gonna do 465, and then I would like to do like 462 because that's where we saw where that gap fill down is, right? I think we said it was 460.79. There's a huge fib level at 461.95. So why not do 462 right above it? Okay, perfect. Now to the call side, we know 470 is everything. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have 470 in there. Okay, and then I would put all-time high was 473. So why not put 472 in there? Okay, and no, guys, the call side will be more juiced if we get a pop, right, with low numbers. The put side will definitely be more juiced if we get a flush before the open, right? So just something to think about. Okie dokie. So we got those two so far. I like them. Now let's look at. I have three names that I like. Interesting. Yeah, Sherlin says interesting. Put interest on the 455s. For today. open interest. There's also pretty large open interest down this way too, even at the 450s. The 450s. Okay. Now remember, we had the huge downswing in the market last week, and people might have bought this week's. I don't know. I don't know. But there obviously those contracts have been open. They are still not closed. So that's interesting. If you look at just open interest over here, I mean, 475 still has 30,000. Still something to keep in mind. So that's still 10 points out, 9 points out. But we got 15 points out. 15 points out has 30. Interesting. These 480s have 16. I would say the if you went 6 points out the money versus 6 points above the money, these 6 points above the money are 5 cents. 6 points below the money, right, are 30 cents. Does that tell you something? People were buying some putas. They were buying some putas. All right. Were they hedging? I don't know. Were they selling to open the puts? I have no idea. Wish I knew. Okay, but we don't. So Dylan already said it. I like Amazon. I like. Okay, we are going to take. Let's just remove all these drawings. Did that not do it? Oh, remove all of it. Yeah. Okie dokie. I don't know why it's not doing it for me. We're gonna get this fib out of here. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. So last week we said under what it was. I think it was 34. Last week we played. Yeah, we said if it went under 34.20, it was going to come down to 34.80 possibly, and then 34. And then we said the 200-day all the way down here. I didn't think it was going to get there, but it did. Okay. To me, it looks like you would want to probably come in here and look on the 4 hour. And I'd say this. Today's high is what? 35.40. So look, this 35.50 area, if it gets through here, you can even look on a daily. 35.50 area. Okay, if we get through here, we've got a straight shot up here to pretty much 35.80, 3600, it looks like. Okay, 35 above 35.50, above 35.50 is a pretty much a straight shot. Oh, Jesus, I forgot I didn't put it on this. Okay. Okay, because that's the high right there, right? Yep, cool. So that's what I'd look for there. Now, just to know like your support zones too, I mean, I would probably be looking at, if we're going to take a bounce somewhere, I'd probably look at this. Yeah, right around here, around this 34.70. Looks interesting to me. Does this look like an inverse head and shoulders? Okay, I'm probably wrong. But yeah, I'd probably look for a nice bounce around this 20-day, which is about 34.70-ish. Then, obviously you want to take the day's high, low, and close, right? But we're already closed below it. So it just depends where we open tomorrow on this. But we could take a look what people are anticipating, right? I mean, what do we have for the... Okay, so we were down 30 points, and we were actually kind of bullish call buying. Kind of bullish call buying. Interesting, right? 0.57 is under 0.75, especially on a down day. That they're buying calls, 166K versus 96K. All right, so let's see what they bought for the biggest. The biggest looks like a spread. Those are two different spreads. This is interesting. So they bought the 3,500 put for February. So this is what I like the most. This call, they bought in the money here. This is a whale. Good Lord. They bought this morning. So they bought it at 7:30. Let's see when they bought that. What was the price? Let's go to the 15. What did it say again, guys? I forgot. 730. Underlying was 34.98. Bottom at 730. Okay, so they bought some calls here, right about 730. Okay, very nice. And they bought them in the money, and they went another what from here 34.98. They went about 30 points up. Did they take the profits on the trade? I have no idea. We got no idea. Okay, so that's interesting. If they're still holding those, I have no idea, but it did pop. So anyone that has a trading mindset, if something goes 30 points, you're probably taking profits. That's all I have to say about that. Let's take a look at what they did on the options chain. Okay, 10,000 on the 3500s, which is shit. They bought the 3400s, right? Shit. Oh, the 3450s. That's right. Okay. So we've got a ton of volume on the 3500s for the call side. Okay, I'm probably gonna throw those on my watch. And the next one they have is 3550. No, go figure, right? Did we say 3550 to the upside? Interesting. And I like those. They got a lot of volume on them, and they have decent open interest. So there's liquidity here, guys. It's implied that if the volume is greater than the open interest, that the majority of them have to be new buyers. Does that make sense? Because let's say there was 4,642 open contracts. Okay, the moment the volume exceeds 4,642, okay, it's implied that all those contracts are now being bought to open. Okay, it's implied. So where was buyers? Now we can look at the downside as well too. We have also 3450. So if we look on the chart to the downside, right, we see 3473. If that breaks, we're pretty much 34. Oh, Jesus, everyone's late. Why are you guys so late, man? No, I'm kidding.
Don't let them in. No, if they're this late, they don't wait till that get in.
Okay, so let's take a look on the daily now. So I'd say this: if 3473 breaks, it's probably coming down here to the 50-day. So I'd say 3427. Under 3427 is 3490 or 3393, and then down to the 200-day, which is 3559. I keep levels all in there, but I already have a level in there, so I'm gonna remove that. Okay, so interesting. The downside also has a lot of volume, right? To 3450, right? 3450, which if we look, actually is right in here. This is an interesting, right? Once was resistance, then was support right here, right? So interesting. Okay, so 3450. I like those putas. Did I add them to my watch list already? No, I didn't. Okay. So we're gonna copy Friday Lottos, and then what do we say? Under 3420, 3430, we're gonna see, yeah, look at these all the way down here. 3400. And buy those. Okay. Now, these could be totally out of whack depending on the calls tomorrow, right? These could be in the money. These puts could be in the money if we got high numbers, right? These calls could almost be in the money. So we'd have to adjust. I mean, look at this, 21,000 on the 3,600 zone. That much call buying that far, almost 200 points out. No, okay, 120 points out. 120 points out, and they've got 21,000 in volume. It's pretty interesting. Right, we did see that there was a lot of bullishness, right, on the put call ratio on a 40 point down day. So just interesting to note that they could be bullish on this for tomorrow. We'll see. We got calls and puts. We're good. Now, who's my other favorite? You guys know, the one and only El Google. Okay, cool. So what do we got here? Oof. All right, nice. Well, we've got a gigantic gap, okay, to the downside. So 2904 better hold. And 2904 don't hold, it's likely coming down to 28. What is this? 2877. Okay, that would be that gap filled down. Interesting to the downside. Okay, and that's also near the 50-day too. And you see how it's respected the 50-day. Support, ripped higher. Okay, support, ripped higher. Now, this is really simple. We have, we have to the upside. We've got 2963. Okay, and then we've got 2996, 3011, 3019 to the upside. Okay, and those are all just the highs, guys, but you can see. Okay, I always like to come in here and see. It would actually need to get up over 2982 though to actually try to break up to 2996. All right, cool. So tomorrow I would probably be looking at this close price, right? I would also have the low on there. Okay, so like when you're doing your intra, like your morning, okay, I'm just giving big levels that things can get to if we swing one way or the other. But in the morning, you're like, okay, I'm bullish. I'd want to see, do we get a dip at the morning and where would it dip to? You can see there's been pretty much trading in this range, right? So 2952, 2944, could be supportive. If those break, they're probably going to head down. Okay. Probably going to head down. So interesting stuff though. Google was up. Well, it was up today. Wasn't it? Where was it? Where's it at? Let me take a look at the chart again. Okay, yeah. So it was up at 2982, right? So where did it close at? 50. So it's 30 points up. So it was up 20 still today for the most part. I like to see very bullish. Being down 10, this is a very bullish, right? Very, very, very bullish. 0.415. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. 48,000 calls bought, only 20,000 puts bought. Okay, what was the biggest ones bought today? Let's see. The call side, 3,070, and that's for December 17th. This is part of a spread. This is not this one. What time was this bought at? Okay, these are December 31st putas. Interesting. These are kind of expensive. That downside. So what is that? 188 at 13. Yeah, that's wait. 188 times. Okay, so that's only 250K. That's not that bad. But that the bet to the upside isn't as big either. Okay, so it's nothing that like you would think like a massive whale came in, okay, and swooped something up. So I'm looking here like obviously the closer date to expiration is next week, and it's here. But it to me, since this is part of a spread, you have no idea if they sold to open those calls, collected the $8 in premium, and they bought puts here. I have no idea. I would just say this. Let's take a look at the options chain, and that'll probably tell us a lot. Okay. 17,000 bought to the upside on the 3,000 calls. Okay, with some pretty decent open interest. Not much on the put side. Not really much at all. Not a lot of open interest. Not a lot of volume. Interesting stuff, right? I mean, 1,300. I would probably put. Yeah, I would put these 29. I put the 2920 puts on my watch, and I'd also put the 2900s, just depending. Guys, of course, when the numbers come out in the morning, you'll know, we'll have a feeling of what bullish side or bearish side will be after the numbers, so we can delete calls or puts off so your watch list isn't as big and cluttered. But I definitely like obviously the 3000s. Those will be a really nicely priced, hopefully. But I also like these 2980s too. Okay, I also like the 2980s. So I'm gonna add those as well. You guys know I'll post this to. I'll post the Friday Lottos, a picture of it, obviously in my chat, so you guys can get it. You'll have it, okay? So that's what I like on Google. Upside 2952, or no, it's at 2952. It'd be 2982. We need to get through 2963, then 2982, then 2996, and then pretty much clear path to all-time high. Underneath, I would say if we get under yesterday's low here, which is 2927-ish, it's pretty much 2900. Okay. That's why they have lifetime subscriptions. Okay. No, okay. Oh, All-Star said the value of this 30-minute Zoom call is worth more than the entire year's subscription. Seriously, great info and explanations. Yes, thank you, All-Star. And Dylan, yes, that's why we have lifetime. Because no matter what, man, we're gonna be doing this for life. All right. So with that being said, that's Google. We guys know big swinger. Having down days, this could be a very nice swing up. If there's good numbers, bad numbers can swing down, All right. So that is there. And then, I love my fan favorite, NVIDIA. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like Tesla right now. I don't like it. I just don't like playing Tesla. I don't like Elon. I don't like what he can do, what he can't do, what he can say, what he can't say. I think it's all bullshit. And I'm not trying to leave my shit open for somebody to come in and fuck my trade up. Okay. But I'll say this. There is a gap to fill down here on the video. 302. Okay. We need through 317. Okay. So pretty much this is pretty simple. Underneath 298 is probably 280. And underneath 280 is probably to the 50-day, 268. Okay. To the upside, we want to get through the open today, and you want to get through the high of the day. Okay. So 317, 322 to the upside. Definitely pretty much a straight line path back to 330s if it screams higher. Now, you guys remember last week, I think the video ran, or it cratered like 20 points, right? This was last Friday, I believe, actually. Wait, what date is this? 12/6. Yeah. So we saw open at 302 or 300 and went to 280. That was a big swing down. And these contracts are not that expensive. You can go 5 points out for less than $2. That's not bad. So if you have a 20-point swing, like let's say you get these 310s, right? We're at 305. Let's say we open at 305. We have a 20-point swing to the upside, puts them at 325, right? 325. So if you do that and you buy and you get these the 310s at, let's even say $2, and it goes to 325, that's 2 to 15. 2 to 15, that's 7x in a day, right? In a day. Interesting. Same thing to the put side. But let's take a look at what happened here. Okay, 0.68 on a down day is actually a little bullish. Under 0.75, right? It's pretty bullish. Okay, especially being down 13 points, almost 5%. I think at one point it was down more. So what did they trade today? What were the biggest? So look what came in at the close. This is what I like to see. I think this happened last week too. Look at this. 315 call came in. They bought it for 85 cents. Wow. So if we go to 319, those will go to $4 minimum. Probably more with the implied volatility in the morning. Just saying. Because you guys see, 319, 322. So if they go to 320, they bought 315s, they're going to 5. Okay. Just simple math, right? Okay. That's interesting. Then they bought some leaps. So this is what you like to see. You like to see when they're not spreads, right? You guys looking over here? They're not spreads. Interesting stuff. So they just bought them outright, whether they're naked or covered. But they only bought one side. And this is for tomorrow's expiration. So someone's putting, it's not a big bet, but I mean, a 10 points out with 1 day to expire, and you're gonna spend 39,000 on a position. I mean, I wouldn't just shoot in the dark with 39K. I'd want to have some conviction. Okay. So let's take a look. Oh, sorry. Let's take a look what they did on the options chain. We're gonna obviously, guys, we're gonna be smart here, and we're gonna go look where the 315s are, and we're gonna put them on our fucking watch list because somebody went and bought a shit ton of them. All right, cool. So I would also probably put the 310s too. Okay, because everything's still pretty cheap. Okay, still pretty cheap. Then I come down here. Well, I want to look here. Look how loaded this call site is. Okay, even up here all the way out to 335, you got 13K. The 330's got 25K. The 325's 28K. The 320's, I'll add the 320's too, because those actually might be cheap. Okay. Then the downside, we see the downside. What do we say? Under 302 is 298, 280. I would say in the middle here, because you guys see where there was support, around this 292.50, 293 area. There could be some turbulence in there, but ultimately, I mean, you guys see this is just a straight wick down. These are just straight buyers down. Okay. So, there's a long way down here, but everything is screaming calls on just the buying so far. Okay. If I don't 7X the video tomorrow, I'm going to be disappointed. Yes. I'm going to be disappointed too. All right. So the put side, I'd be looking at, I would want, so what we said, 298, 293. So why don't we go put, see, there's not even a lot of volume. Probably okay. I mean, the 300 since they're there. And there's the most volume from that aspect. Then the next most volume is the 290s. Those are 50 cents. So I'd probably do those too. Okay. Okay. I had one more, guys. I'm sorry. I did have one more. YOLO on those 325 at 18. I'd probably load 1,000 of them. Fuck it. Just kidding, Dylan. Maybe not. Our pride and joy. Let's see what she did. She did. We're gonna get rid of all these fucking drawings. Why does it not get rid of like? Why can't it? I don't know why that's doing that. 0 will be removed. Well, what if I went like this? I don't know what the hell's going on. All right, fine, whatever, dude. Okay, so what did me and Justin yesterday on the Wednesday Wolfpack recap? We did what? We did a Fibonacci extension. I think we took it from here to here to here. Yes, we did, right? Is that what we did? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, because that's that swing high. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Nope, that's not what we did either. Fuck. Damn it, Justin, do you remember those levels that we did?
For which one?
For Apple. Remember we did the retracement on Apple? It was.
Let me look real quick.
Look to see. I think it was this one. You know what I can do? I just gotta scroll back here, guys. Bear with me.
The top of what or the top was
Yeah, okay. Oh, I went from down here though. Oh, that makes sense. No, we got it. Because they respected my levels really well. I remember now. Got it. I got it.
Okay.
Yep, we went from over here. Actually went from down here. That's right. I was gonna say that looks kind of short. Sorry guys, bear with me. Bear with me. Okie dokie. right? Isn't that what I just saw? 10, 11? Yeah, that's what I saw. 10, 11. Yeah, area. Okay, cool. So up and then down. Okay. So what did we almost get to today? 177.19. I mean, almost right there. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's a shooting star candle, 1000%. So I don't care what the market does tomorrow. It's probably going to be coming down. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, where can it retrace to? Okay. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Swing low, swing high. So 166 would be about 50% retracement. Okay. 164. So I would probably be looking, my first point of target here would probably be about 68. Now let's take a look though. You know, if you're going to play some lotto puts, you obviously want to buy as close to the money as possible. So I would probably look for just a level that from a price level on the downside, obviously. I'd say there. And then I do like this level where it's actually resting. The fat ass candle is resting on, I'm sorry, 169. Okay, I do like those two levels to the downside. So I want to use that. Okay, I'm going to remove this drawing again though. So I got my fib levels, right? I know these are two fib levels, 28%, 30, right? I know that. Great. But in case I want to know, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go to if we go higher? Because we're in no man's land up there, right? That's price discovery up there. So we don't know where we could go. So we're going to want to keep this on, right? So we can see if we're through, right? 177. Cool. Make sure, yeah, 127. Cool. We can go to 190. Now, I don't think we're going to go to 190 tomorrow. So that's why I'm thinking this is probably the top, just in my opinion. That's a shooting star candle. Right, Justin? Pretty much shooting star, I would say. Kind of not. I mean,
no,
that's a lot of selling pressure.
It technically needs to be above.
Above here?
Yeah.
Above the prior candle? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What did they buy today? Obviously, Apple ran up, right? It ran up in the morning, got to like new all-time high, and then it kind of just traded sideways and sold off a little bit end of day. So what did they do to it? 0.54 on technically a down day. 0.54 on technically a down day. Interesting. That is bullish. Oh, what were they buying? What were they buying? These were bought really close to each other. So this is huge though. This one set for December 31st, 172.5 is in the money, right? Because they're getting 6% or $6 in premium. That's a pretty big bet. And then these were both right in the morning, hour into the morning. Interesting. I don't really know what to make of Apple. I don't really know. Let's take a look at what they were buying up on the option side, on the option chain. Because it traded sideways, it should give us an inclination what they did for today. As far as assuming what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, disgusting amount of contracts. 257,000, 212,000 to the upside, right? So that's pretty interesting. I would say what we had 177.5 or 177.19 right through there. Probably 180 would be a psychological level if we went to the upside. So what were they buying? 177.5, 180, and the 175s. Depending where we open them up, I'm probably going to add. I'll probably go out the money here. It'll be a little bit cheaper, but I'll get these two. Okay, I'll look to the downside, what they were buying. So we got, what were the levels we had? Sorry. What were the levels we had to the downside? We had 170, or 169, 170. Okay, and we had 172 as well. So I'd probably look, what's the 172? And I'd look at the 170s as well. Okay. Now that's what I got. I was trying to actually look at shop earlier. Shop can go up or down. See if they just have anything noteworthy that will catch my attention here. 0.51 is bullish on a down day. Yeah, nothing too big. Not a lot of activity here today. These 1550s though, that's a lot of volume for a down day. I might just throw shop on just to, why not? And also 50 points down as well as the most. But look at these. It's interesting over here. 5,700 in volume on the 1600s. If I have those as well, why not? Better to have more going into the morning and then trim in the morning, right? When we get to pick a direction. So we'll know this won't be so convoluted. And then we'll go from there. But pretty much over 1550, right? You can see this level over 1550. I mean, it's got room to 1600. That's pretty simple, right? Oh, well, I guess over today's high, which is about 1530 something, but you really want to get over this level here. Because if you see where this level is, right? You guys notice that? Resistance, huge resistance. Okay, 1562. Now that's way over there, so I'm not gonna do it over here. Right? 1558, which is also what? The 20-day. Interesting. So if we can get up above 20-day, then we're pretty much going to go 1600, then 1630. Okay, above 1558 is 1600, 1630. Below, however, there is a beautiful gap to fill down. So we'll start filling the gap at 1466, and it will be filled at 1430. So that's why we probably had a lot of volume here. But it's weird. We see a lot of these tech stocks that, a lot of people are bearish going into the CPI data, inflation data tomorrow, but there was a lot of call buying, on the down days. Who knows? Okay. Who knows? Now, this is my watch list for tomorrow. I will trim it at open. Does anyone have anything or any other ticker that they want to look at or that they like? CVS. All right. CVS, very nice. All-time high breakout. Looks very nice. Well, what can we do here for some price discovery? You guys love Snap, man. Okay. Can we just take a look to the fucking cent on CVS? To the cent. Swing low to high, back down, retracement. Okay. To the 61.8, to the cent, 97.77. Okay. There's a few things that get me going in this world. It's starting to heat up in my room right now because that is pretty goddamn sexy. So if we get continuation, could it go higher? Maybe. I have no idea. But the next stop is 100. Next stop is 100. Now, I would say this. What's the previous all-time high? 96. I would probably look at 96 to the downside if we get down. After 96, it's very likely we come back down into the 95 area, which is right here. 95.33, right? You could also go like this. If that's the high, where would it want to retrace to? 50% retracement would be 93. Okay. Just to get some levels, just get an idea what a 50% retracement would be. Okay, so you could also put that in. Be like, okay, 50% is about 93, 94. There's also a 38 level, 38% fib level at 94. Okay. So you know this is definitely an area you can come back into. Plus, look at this range. You can just see 95, 92 to 95 is the area definitely can come back to. All right. But how scary was that? I mean, how scary was this? Right? Oh, I fucked it up, huh? I went to the wick. I went to the body last time. But I mean, look, right there. Right there. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking putas though. James is right. I mean, very, very overextended. Very overextended. I mean, the RSI is not hot, but I mean, it ran. It ran. It was like someone was asking me about like Roku, right? I'm like, Roku ran 50 points and you wanted to buy today because you thought it was going to keep going, right? That's just called hopium, right? All good things that go up will come down. So we'll always want to buy at support. Buy at support. Also, the 200-day is at about 92.67, something to take into account. Okay. All right. Snaporama. Snap. Snappy. Snappy lappy. What did we say about snap? Okay. Obviously, we know this level is this. Okay, we knew that 51.66 was an insane level. Okay, because we had tons of support, then it broke through, then it was resistance, and then it broke through. Almost retested it, right? Breakout and then retest. Okay, breakout and then retest. Very nice. If we get positive news, we need to get up and over 55.96. 56. But here's what I really like about Snap. Second day, open and close over the 200 day. I'm sorry, the 20 day. I do like that. I do like to see that. All right. Now, where do we go from here? Over 56 is likely whatever this level is here. Okay. Then it's coming to 59. Okay. Then it's coming to 59. If we get over 60, if we get over 60, 78, then it will run 9 points. I mean, there's just air. There's just tons of air right in here. Tons of air in here. So we can go. We could take a look at what they did today for the statistics. Sorry. Did they buy anything today? No, they bought some $60 calls though, which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, not bad. I do like this trade. I think I saw someone talking about this trade actually in the chat, the $60 calls. Or maybe I saw someone say it on Twitter. One of the two. For December 31st. Interesting. So is that enough time? Basically, they're giving themselves 2-3 weeks to get to here, to get to the gap fill pretty much. That's what they're thinking. Okay. And Snap, guys, if it has a 4-point update, if it gets to 58 and you got the $6 calls and you bought down here at 52, 53, you're going to be doing all right. Right? You're going to be doing all right. I would look for maybe a bounce area. Yeah, I mean, still 51.66. That's got to hold. And notice where it's at on this 1 hour. And it's also where the 50 days. Okay. Interesting. Okay, go away. I like 0.37. So they're super bullish on it. Down day 0.37. I mean, almost, that means, almost 1.5, like 150% calls to puts, meaning there's 1.5 times the amount of puts for calls. Interesting. Twitter, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Twitter, guys. I'll be honest with you. They got a new CEO and he's not doing anything better than the other guy. I already forgot his name. So, I don't really play Twitter. I don't know. But they've got some weird shit going on. They're like banning people, taking away free speech. They're doing all sorts of shit that I don't like. but that's just me. Okay, so what do they buy here? I mean, for tomorrow, I mean, this is a good lotto. I'm not gonna lie. $55 call. We've seen that snap can move, right? We've seen that it can have a day where it opens at 50, goes to 50. It can have a 4.45, like 4.5 point day. Interesting. So if we get big buyers tomorrow, you would think this 55, 56 gets tested. That's why they bought the 55 calls. You see huge volume. I would probably just go and buy the 53 or 54s because it's cheaper. I mean, that just makes sense to me, right? Then you look at the downside. I mean, 51, what we said, 51.66. So you could do these 52s. If it goes to 51.66 and holds, it'll go down a buck about, and that would mean these would go, these would go probably 50 cents to $1. I mean, you could get a double here to the downside, but I like the up, everything's saying the upside. You guys notice it's a lot of call buying, tomorrow. Okay. Who knows how? Does the market react to high inflation, but CPI is low, but inflation's high, and we dip in the morning, find support, and then rip, right? And then rip. I don't know. No idea what people are banking on. Okay. Okay, Microsoft. Oh, look how old this is. Okay, cool. So I kind of just want to do this because it looks like it has the perfect setup for it. All right. So look where 344 is, right? Is right about where this all-time used to be all-time high, right? 344, 345. Then above all-time high is 352, 360. I would like if we can get above 338, pretty much above today's high of 336. 336, I think, could take you at least 3 to 4 points. And then above that, you've got more room to run up here to like 344. So this Microsoft could have a pretty decent day tomorrow. Watch out, though. There is a gap to fill down. Oops. Right? There is a gap to fill down. Okay. And 330 and 10 cents, United States doll hairs, starts that gap down. So it's just a 3-point gap. So, I would keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. But I like above, if you can get over 336, you're pretty much going to be heading to 339, right? After 339, it's going to be about 344. That's what I see. What were they buying today? Huh? What were they buying? So I like to see them buy lottos. Okay, not telling us too much. One's a spread. 0.39 though, pretty bullish. The CEO show, he fucking sold like half his shares, right? Respected this. Look, you gotta respected very much this 50-day. Now, we can't get a close with buyers above that 20-day yet. So we're not out of the woods here. Okay, we're not out of the woods. So keep that in mind too, right? Keep that in mind too. But as far as what they bought, take a look. Okay, so what do we say? 340. Wow, these are dirt fucking cheap. If it goes to 344, then holy shit. If it goes to 344, then these 340s will be, 15 cents to $4. That's insane. That's insane. Jesus. I mean, just look at the volume here to the volume here. Right? Interesting stuff. I would probably look. Yeah, honestly, because they're so cheap, I just put the 3350 or the 335 calls on my watch list. if you're thinking upside, because what, you pay $1 and if it goes to 340, then you're 1 to 5. If it goes to 345, you're 1 to 10. Not bad. Not bad. They're pretty bullish on it for tomorrow too. So interesting. Good one though. I liked. We can look at Twatter. Okay, so Twatter is way below from a trend, right? We got the golden death crossover, whatever, golden cross, golden death, whatever they call it. Rejected 20-day, rejected 20-day. Okay, but got bought up. There's a Kathy cult out there. The Kathy cult. They will do anything she does. Okay, she's like a legal pumper. But to me, stock's in a downtrend, massive downtrend. Here's a spread. So they just did an actual straddle spread. They must have bought. They sold these puts and bought these calls. So they're bullish on it. And I wonder if that's Kathy that actually did that. They sold these puts and bought these calls. Buy out the money calls, buy in the money puts. You collect this premium up front, and then you buy the underlying stock with it, right? And then you actually put the calls too. Interesting. I mean, in reality, it can get back to 50, and look where 50 is previous support. So is that going to be resistance? Also could not get through 50 here, right? I don't know. But let's see what we can do, right? For a retracement, we can still retrace to the upside. Oh, whoa. So this is the swing high. This is the swing low. Come on, guy. All right. So that's the swing low. So back to 51 possible, back to 54, right? Would be a 50% retracement possible. But they're gonna need some pretty good news, because I hear this this new shitbag CEO, not shitbag. A lot of people don't like him from the get-go. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's all I got, guys. That's it. We're an hour and a half. Any last requests? Speak now or forever hold your speech. Hold your peace. Speech. I need to fucking go.
Okay, Joe Biden.
I read it off the teleprompter. End quote. I knew some people in here would like that. Anybody have anything else? Is that it? That sounds like it. Let's see, guys. Let's see. What does SPY do after hours? Really doesn't matter. Kind of held 466. How about that? Oh wait, no. Where'd it go to? Where's that right now? Oh shit. 465. Interesting. How good was that 466.24 level though? That's pretty good, huh? Okay. Other than that, guys, that is all I got. Justin, anything?
No, I think I'll probably play some options tomorrow. So
Oh boy, if Justin's getting on, guys, Trell and I will be live trading my two favorites, SPY and NVIDIA. My top two. Then probably Amazon, then probably Google. Just being transparent. So listen, tomorrow we're going to be on. We're going to get there early. We're going to set it up. We're going to talk to you guys in the pre-market. We're going to tell you exactly what we're seeing, what we like, what we don't like. And hopefully we end this week fucking strong. Okay. You cannot win them all. Okay. And I think I'm a perfect example of this for this week. You cannot win them all. All right. You're going to have losers. That's all about risk management and making sure that you lessen your losers and you increase your winners. Okay. Justin sent me a text last night. He said, bro, you only have to win 51% of your trades to make money. Okay. Obviously, we want way more than that. But don't let a few bad trades define you. Don't let a few bad trades get you down. Okay. Don't. Because everybody is in here is a good trader and everyone in here is very capable. All of you are. Okay. Do not question yourself. You would not be here in this group if you did not have some sort of skill. Okay. And that's just the truth. So, guys, it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond. Okay. Today was a tough day, but tomorrow we're going to get some action. And tomorrow I got very much confidence that all of us are going to respond as the motherfucking wolves we are. All right. That's all I got to say. Get away from the computer, guys. Go to the gym, eat something good, say hi to wifey, do something, do something, do something. Go on a walk. I don't know. But get away from the screen. All right. Don't look at the fucking futures all night. They don't matter till the morning. Doesn't matter if we're up 80. We could be up 800 points tomorrow and CPI comes out hot and then we could be down 800. It does not matter. So don't lose sleep over it. Don't lose sleep. Other than that, guys, I'm going to head to the gym though. I'm going to get my swole on. And yeah, that's all I got. We'll see y'all bright and early in the pre-market. Wait, which ticker are you bullish on tomorrow? I will not know until the numbers come out. Economic numbers, 5:30. 5:30. I posted my fresh flush. Check them out. CPI and inflation. We will know if we're bullish or bearish then. Okay, guys. Later. Peace.